Graphing a line. There are three common ways to graph a line. The first is to graph a line given 2 points that you know are on the line. So our first step is to plot our points. So if we have points 3, 5, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First point will be here, and 7, 1. Our next point will be here. Now that we have them plotted, step 2 says we want to draw a straight line that crosses both points. So this only works for linear functions. So in this case, if we look at this, our line would look something like this. The best way to do this is if you have a ruler, you can connect those lines really crisply. So our next way to graph a line is given a point and a slope. So whenever we have a point and a slope, we know our starting point essentially and how to get to the next point. So our first step is to plot the point. So we have the point of 1, 2. So that puts us right here. And now we use our slope kind of as a guide to tell us where to go to next. We're going to use the rise and run to find another point. So with a slope of 3/2, we know we're going to rise 3. So we're rising 1, 2, 3, and we're running 2. So that tells us our next point should be right here. And now, just like the first way to graph, we're just going to draw a straight line right between these. And if you want to, you can even try and get it a little more accurate by doing another rise over run to get more points. Okay, so our last way we're going to show to graph a line today is using an equation. And this equation is in our y equals mx plus b form. Now the important thing here to remember is what that m and b mean. M is simply our slope, and b is our y-intercept. And we can tell that b is our y-intercept because if x was equal to 0, okay, if we were on the y-axis, all we'd have left is b. So our first step is to plot the y-intercept. So in our equation that's 1, so we have our point here. Next, we're going to use our slope to find another point, just like we did in the previous method. So our slope is 2, so we're going to rise 2 and go over 1. And we know that we're going over 1 because if we imagine this as a fraction, you could really write this as 2 over 1, and it would still be equal. We just omit the 1, usually. So we can get our points from that and draw our line. So these are some ways to graph a line, and generally this is for linear functions.